Honorable members, allow Honorable Leader of the Opposition to proceed.
With all sincerity, none of us in fact believe you. Every book that gets written makes up allegations which you come here to deny. Now, Mr. President, this particular book states that you received R1 million every month at the start of your presidency. What I want to know, and I think the people of South Africa want to know, after the Nkandla affair and many other of those issues, whether you are willing to come to this parliament and table for the people of South Africa your declarations of interests from 2009, so that we know for a fact you did not receive that money and that you did pay tax on it, and that ultimately, what purpose was that money for? Will you table before the people of South Africa the declarations of your interest in 2009?
The Honorable the President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have given a very categoric answer to the question. And secondly, there are many books that have talked about Jacob Zuma in this country and saying all speculations and rumors, etc. I don't think my job is to answer books. I've given the answer here. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Sorry, the Honorable Carter.
Sorry, Speaker. Will you table the...
No, Honorable Maimane, you asked your question, you asked a follow-up question. Honorable Carter.
Madam Speaker.
What are you rising on, Honorable Steenhuisen?
Rule 92, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition asked a very direct question. Whether the President is willing to table in this House his declaration of interest. It's a simple yes or no. Will he table his declarations or will he not table his declaration?
It's
a simple question.
The President has answered.
He didn't answer that.
Honorable Steenhuisen, please take your seat.
Madam Speaker, you see, this is a problem. When people when people act within the rules, they get punished. And that's why people have to come and
order. Please,
he did not answer the question.
Can you take your seat, Honorable Steenhuisen? I want to proceed.
He did not
answer the point of order?
On a point of, I'm rising on Rule 142 and 92. Rule 92, which is raised by Honorable Steenhuisen, does not deal with the issues of the questions to the President.
Of course it
deals with the point of order, so he's out of order.
And he should know that rule. And he should know you can't take a point of order on a point of order.
Honorable Steenhuisen, please take your seat, and I now proceed to Honorable Carter, who wants to ask a supplementary question.
Yeah, thank you, Speaker. Speaker, in 2016, I asked the President a question to provide info on his members' interest, but to date he has never replied to it. The Prevention and Combating of Corrupt Activities Act provides that a person is regarded as having knowledge of a fact if that person has actual knowledge of a fact. The court is satisfied that that person has failed to obtain information to confirm the existence of that fact, and that a person ought reasonably to have known or suspected a fact if a conclusion that he or she ought to have reached are those which would have been reached by a reasonably diligent and vigilant person. The bottom line is, Mr. President, that sticking one's head in the sand or looking the other way is no excuse. And we all expect the President to be a reasonably vigilant President. Given all the reports and information that are being revealed on a daily basis, do you, Mr. Zuma, have any knowledge of any acts of possible corruption? And so, what is the actions that you are going to take? Thank you.
The Honorable the President.
I'm sorry, Honorable Speaker, I couldn't hear the question properly.
Okay, can I ask Honorable Carter just to repeat the nub of the question? Just get straight to the question. And honorable members, please allow Carter to speak, Honorable Carter to speak in such a manner that we can hear what she's saying.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, in 2016, I asked the President a question. I've asked him to provide information on his members' interest, but he never replied to it. Then I've quoted the Prevention and Combating of Corrupt Activities Act provides that a person is regarded as having knowledge of a fact if, and then I quoted the act. Now, the bottom line is, Mr. President, that sticking one's head in the sand or looking the other way is no excuse, and we all expect the President of a country to be a reasonably and vigilant person. Given all the reports and all the information that are being revealed on a daily basis, do you, Mr. Zuma, have any knowledge of and any acts of possible corruption? And if so, what action are you taking?
Corruption, you see, because there's two, it's a very, very long. Corruption done by who? By who?
Mr. President, by you and your son. By you and your son.
My request is that the honourable member's question should be taken to the President, because even I didn't hear what she said.
Absolutely.
Honourable Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Carter.
The reason that maybe Honourable Buthelezi could also not hear is because we are not being protected again with a ruling party making cat noises and making all sorts of noises. So I don't mind, I can repeat the question.
I think, Honourable Carter, part of the challenge is the background before you get to the actual question. There's too much background so that the mind cannot quite get to the issue. So if you can just get to the actual question you need answered.
Okay, Honourable Speaker, in 2016 I asked the President a question to provide information on his members' interest. He has not done that. When is it going to happen? Taking into account all the reports and allegations levelled against the President and family members of the President, including his son, what is he doing about it?
So what is he doing about the allegations of corruption against him and the son?
Honourable Speaker, as well as when is he going to reply to my question on the members' interest? That's the first question.
Okay, honourable members, please let's allow the main people to be heard. The Honourable the President.
I'm not sure that I've heard the question properly.
She is saying.
Very true. I don't, just Honourable Speaker, how can I answer the question that I did not hear? Just tell me. No, we are not asking the question. That's the Honourable Member. If you want to interpret the question, help me. But I did not hear. That's what I'm saying.
For the President.
I want to hear the question.
Yes.
Okay.
I will assist.
Okay, honourable members.
I will assist the President.
No, please.
He's asked me to help him.
No, Honourable Maimane. Honourable Maimane, can you just come down? The Honourable Buthelezi made a proposal that maybe the question must be handed in to the President. And I will ask the table staff to assist with that activity of bringing that question.
Speaker, but it's a very simple question. In 2016, I sent questions to the President to give a declaration on his interests. He has never replied to it. When are we going to get it in writing for written reply?
So you want to know when will it come in writing?
No, but he must tell us now when we go.
On a point of order, Honourable Speaker.
You are saying when will we get a reply?
Yeah,
to the question.
He must tell us now. When are
Honourable
we going
Speaker,
to get the written reply?
Honourable Speaker, on a point of order.
Yes, Deputy Chief Whip, what's the point of order?
The question is a new question. It's about the
It's not a new
declaration of
question.
interest. It's not the original question which is on this order paper. Thank you.
No. You have to listen to the context of a question.
Actually, that's correct.
No,
It's true that it is a new question.
Madam
No,
Speaker,
Chairperson. Speaker.
Madam
it's
Speaker.
not
So
taken-
Honorable Carter, can we get your question as a separate new question from the original question raised by the leader of the opposition? Okay? The leader of the opposition raised a question relating to payments.
Exactly.
Yeah. So can you pursue your question separately, not as a supplementary question to the main
No,
question
Speaker.
number 20?
It's exactly
And I
what
now
it's
wish
about.
to move to the next supplementary
Speaker.
question.
Madam Speaker,
Members' interest is directly
Honorable Steenhuisen,
associated with payment.
we finished with yours.
No,
We
no,
finished
I
with
would
the
like to
leader
take a-
of the
I'd like to take a
opposition.
point of order in terms of the rules, if I may.
No, Honorable Steenhuisen, I have ruled. Honorable
Speaker,
Steenhuisen,
please
I've
can you-
ruled on the
can you-
supplementary question submitted by the Honorable Carter.
Madam Speaker, you're making a principled decision that
And
I'd like
we
to
are
get input
now
into.
moving on to the next
Speaker.
supplementary question.
Madam Speaker, I'm
Honourable Speaker,
entitled
you're
to
making
take
a
a point of
mistake.
order.
No, we can't all be talking. We can't. So, I think, Honorable Carter, I'm done ruling on your question, which I am ruling is a separate question, is
It is
different from the original question
Speaker, it's not.
raised by the leader of the opposition, and I wish you to allow us to proceed.
Speaker,
Madam-
can I
Madam
please
Speaker.
speak to you?
No.
Members' interests are
You are,
submitted
you
on
are,
a
you are, you are
monthly-
welcome to
on
come
an
and speak
annual
to me in
basis.
my office if you want to, but right now, we're done with your supplementary question.
Madam Speaker, please may you recognize me. I am a chief whip in this house.
I just want to finish with Honorable Carter and to make sure she understands. Honorable Carter, please, can we end this dialogue?
Honourable Speaker, respectfully, just give me 1 minute. I'm going to give you a reason.
No, Honorable Carter, I have ruled.
Members' interest, and I serve on the
When you
committee, is
disagree with the
submitted
ruling
once
from
a
the
year.
chair, you pursue the matter not in the House, you pursue it outside and
This
beyond
question-
this interaction.
This
Honorable
question-
Carter, please.
Honourable Speaker,
Honorable
this is a
Carter,
direct supplementary
Honorable
question
Carter, you
on
can't
the
talk while I'm
actual
talking.
question.
Honorable Carter. Honorable President, please take a seat, otherwise you will end up in trouble. Honorable Steenhuisen, what is the point?
Madam Speaker, if you've got your rule book there, it's Rule 142.6, if I may. Rule 142.6 says that a supplementary question must arise directly from the original question and the reply given thereto. In the President's reply to the Honourable Maimani's question, he indicated that he has tabled this information in his declaration of interests in all the right places. The Honourable Carter's question relates directly to that reply around that declaration, asking why her question around that declaration has not been made. So the question, the supplementary question, with respect, is valid, and it ties in with the reply given by the President himself. It's therefore a valid question, Madam Speaker, and I would ask that the Honourable Carter is at least given an opportunity to get a response from the President. It is linked directly and unequivocally to the President's own reply that he's given. So it's competent in terms of Rule 142.6.
Let's allow this question to go, this supplementary question. I will take advice after we have considered the matter with the table. Okay? I am now proceeding.
Speaker, but you are now trying to protect Mr. Zuma.
On a point of order, Honourable
You can't
Speaker.
be arguing with me, Honorable Carter.
No, but Speaker, you are trying the whole nation
no,
is
let's
looking
not
at you.
argue,
You,
Honorable
I don't want to
Carter.
argue, but you are
On a point of
Honorable
order,
Carter.
Zuma, and you are supposed to be protecting everyone in this house.
I
and
am
not Mr.
saying we
Zuma.
are considering the matter with the table. That's what I'm saying.
So are we going to?
So why are you arguing?
But Speaker, will we then get an answer if a table is said so?
When I'm through with the consultation I'm talking about.
Today. Right, thank you. If it's today, then I accept it. Thank you.
The
Speaker.
Honorable Sheikh Imam.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. President, in respect of your response, Mr. President, that you say you have no knowledge and that you have not accepted any monies from anyone, could you kindly tell us why do you think these allegations are being made? Who do you believe are making it, and what do you think is the reason, or what is the objective of these people making such allegations?
The Honorable the President.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Well, I don't know exactly what is it that makes people to make allegations. As I said earlier, there are many books in this country that have been written about Jacob Zuma. There are many articles on a daily basis that are written by journalists on the newspapers, as well as people who talk on the either TV or radio. I can't tell you exactly what is it that makes them to do so, except my speculation that Zuma leads the biggest party which is in government, which has won elections since democracy, and they are trying to find a way to undermine the ANC more than anything. That is my speculation. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Kulu.
My apology, Speaker. In fact, the question should be asked by Honorable Singh rather than myself.
The Honorable Singh.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mr. President. Mr. President, we do not have the name of the company here on this question paper, but one can guess who the company is. Now, Mr. President, there is a program that is called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And one of the questions they always ask, is this your final answer? So today I want to ask, Honorable President, is it your final answer that you have not received any payment from any specified company during this period? Because the Committee on Public Enterprises is seized with an inquiry at the moment, where amongst others we are inquiring into Transnet, Denel and Eskom. And one would hate that this individual is called and under oath says, yes, I did give so much to Mr. X or Mr. Y. So I'm asking, Mr. President, in fairness, is this your final answer? Thank you.
The Honorable the President.
Chairperson, I beg your pardon, Speaker, we might just want to ask if the President needs to call a friend.
No, Honorable Member, please take your seat. Honorable the President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The answer is yes. This is the final answer.
Okay, honorable members,